Tech Gaming Villa. I hope you all are well. Today I will unbox the AsiaHorse Aurora Pro soft silicon light board. This is for 3 8-pin GPU cable. You know, in PC there are lots of cable which looks ugly. That's why I buy this AsiaHorse Aurora Pro. These things actually match with Lian Li Streamer Plus V2. But this thing is much cheaper than Lian Li Streamer Plus V2.
If you are new in my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications and upcoming videos. I have another channel named Awesome Tech Gaming Pro, where I upload similar kind of tech videos like TV comparison, sound system, home theater, graphics card. You can check and subscribe.
There are 108 types of LED and 124 effects. This is the remote control. There are some speed control, color control, and 124 types of mode. You can control your light and you can control your brightness of the light. This is the clip. Looks premium, AsiaHorse, just like the Lian Li Streamer Plus V2, but Lian Li Streamer Plus V2 is very expensive, guys. Almost double the price of AsiaHorse Aurora Pro, but the quality is exactly same. This thing is extremely bright, guys. Especially the lighting effect, quite nice. This is the instruction manual.
This AsiaHorse Aurora Pro ARGB cable cover recently bought this RGB cable cover and you are confused about the wiring, ARGB header connection or installation process. Don't worry, in the next few minutes I will explain everything step by step in a simple way so you can install it safely and correctly. First, let's quickly talk about what comes inside the box. You usually get the ARGB cable cover itself, which is designed to go over your 24-pin motherboard, power cable or GPU 8-pin cable depending on the version. Along with that, you will find ARGB extension cables, mounting clips or cable comp guides, zip ties, and sometimes a small RGB controller if your motherboard does not support ARGB. Before installation, make sure all parts are included and undamaged. Now the most important thing to understand is the RGB connection type. The AsiaHorse Aurora Pro uses a 5-volt 3-pin ARGB connector. This is very important because there are two common RGB types, 12-volt 4-pin RGB and 5-volt 3-pin ARGB. You must connect this only to a 5-volt 3-pin ARGB header on your motherboard. Connecting to a 12-volt header can permanently damage the LEDs. So before plugging anything in, check your motherboard manual and locate the 5-volt ARGB header, which is usually labeled as 5-volt DG or add header. Now let's move on to installation. First, power off your PC completely and unplug it from the wall. Safety first. Next, locate your 24-pin motherboard power cable. Carefully organize the cable so it sits straight and neat. Now take the Aurora Pro ARGB cable cover and gently position it over the 24-pin cable depending on the design. You may need to use the included clips or comp guides to secure the cable inside the RGB cover structure. Make sure it is aligned evenly so it looks clean from the front side of your case. Once the cable cover is secured in place, it's time to connect the ARGB wire. Take the 3-pin ARGB cable coming from the cover and route it neatly behind your motherboard tray. Good cable management is very important here to maintain a clean build. Connect this cable either directly to your motherboard's 5V 3-pin ARGB header or to the included RGB controller if you are using one. If you are using a controller, you will also need to power that controller via setup power from your power supply. After everything is connected, double check your connections. Make sure the ARGB cable is properly aligned. There is usually a small arrow mark on the connector that should align with the 5V pin and the motherboard header. Once confirmed, close your case panel, plug your PC back in and power it on. When the system starts, the cable cover should light up immediately. If it's connected to the motherboard header, you can control the lighting using your motherboard software like ASUS Aura Sync, MSI, Mystic Light, Gigabyte RGB Fusion or ASRock Polychrome Sync.
As you can see, this is the power button, this is auto cycle button, lock button. You can lock your light and LED speed switching key, mode switch key, color switch key, brightness switch key and color mode switch key.
From there you can change colors, apply effects like rainbow, wave or breathing mode and sync it with your other RGB components like fans and RAM. If you are using the included controller instead of motherboard sync, you can switch lighting effects using the controller button or remote depending on your kit version. This is useful if your motherboard does not support ARGB.
I have already installed 24-pin cover. Now I will install the GPU cover. This one is 3/8-pin cover.
Now let's quickly talk about troubleshooting. If the RGB doesn't turn on, first check the SATA power connection. If using a controller, if connected to the motherboard, check that it's plugged into a 5V 3-pin header and not 12V. Also make sure the pins are aligned correctly and fully inserted. Overall, installing the AsiaHorse Aurora Pro ARGB cable cover is very simple. If you follow these steps carefully, it's a great way to upgrade the visual look of your PC build and make your cable management look much cleaner and more premium. If you care about clean cable management and stunning RGB aesthetics, this might be one of the easiest upgrades you can add to your system. AsiaHorse clearly focuses on aesthetics and that themes continues here. On the front you can see the illuminated cable cover design and it instantly gives off the premium RGB vibe. On the back of the box you will usually find key features listed such as 5V 3-pin ARGB compatibility, flexible design and support for motherboard RGB sync software. Always double check that it's 5V 3-pin ARGB and not 12V 4-pin RGB because mixing those up can damage your components. You will see the ARGB cable cover itself securely packed in protective plastic. Depending on the version, you might get a 24-pin motherboard cable cover or a GPU 8-pin cable cover kit. Alongside the main unit, you will typically find extension cables, mounting clips, zip ties and sometimes a small controller. If it's a standalone kit, everything feels neatly arranged and well protected during shipping. Taking the cable cover out of the packaging, the first thing I notice is the build quality. The outer shell feels sturdy but lightweight and the RGB diffuser looks clean and evenly frosted. This is important because a good diffuser ensures smooth lighting instead of visible LED dots. The Aurora Pro design usually features a glowing strip pattern that creates a sleek light bar effect across your cables, making your build look far more premium and organized. Let's talk about design and aesthetics. This cable cover is made to sit over your existing power cables, especially the 24-pin motherboard cable, which is often the most visible cable inside a PC case. Instead of seeing plain black or colored wires, you now get a vibrant RGB light strip effect flowing across your setup. When paired with other RGB components like fans, RAM and GPU lighting, it creates a fully synchronized lighting theme that looks stunning behind tempered glass panels. Now let's talk about brightness and diffusion. One of the strongest points of the Aurora Pro ARGB cable cover is its even light distribution. There are no harsh LED hotspots. Instead, you get a smooth, consistent glow across the entire strip. This makes your PC look clean and premium rather than flashy or uneven. The brightness level is strong enough to stand out even in well-lit rooms, but looks especially impressive in darker setups. Next, compatibility. This cable cover works with most standard ATX power supplies and motherboards that use a 24-pin connector. Just make sure you have a 5-volt 3-pin ARGB header available. If you don't, you can use the included controller, which allows you to change effects using a button or remote depending on the kit. It's very flexible and beginner friendly even for first time builders. Let's address practicality. While this upgrade is mostly aesthetic, it does help with cable organization by grouping your power cables neatly under a structured RGB cover. Your build instantly looks more organized. It's especially useful if you are going for a showcase PC build with tempered glass panels. Now, is it worth the money? If you care about aesthetics and want to elevate your setup without spending a lot on major hardware upgrades, this is a fantastic addition. Compared to premium RGB cable kits that cost significantly more, like Lian Streamer Plus V2, which is very expensive, the AsiaHorse Aurora Pro ARGB cable cover delivers impressive visual impact at a much more affordable price than the Lian Streamer Plus V2. However, if you don't care about RGB or your taste does not have a glass panel, then this upgrade might not be necessary. Overall, the AsiaHorse Aurora Pro ARGB cable cover offers great build quality, beautiful lighting effects, easy installation, and excellent value for RGB focused PC builders. It's not a performance upgrade, but visually it can completely transform the look of your system. That's it for today's unboxing and review. Let me know in the comments what you think about this ARGB cable cover and whether you would add it to your setup. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more PC hardware unboxings and ARGB upgrades. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.